So, there are many religions in the world. There are many religious people in the world. We're all aware of the three major religions: Christianity, Judaism, Islam. Aside from this, there are many different religious practices and sets of beliefs that people have. And a religious person, in essence, is just somebody who believes that through certain practices and rituals, they will earn and acquire God's favor. So by obeying a set of certain rules or practices, they are earning God's favor. And so acquiring a spot in heaven or in paradise or whatever reward system that they believe in their religion. And many people actually think that just by virtue of somebody believing that there is a God and by having a religion that they will make it to heaven/paradise. You hear people say all the time, all roads lead to God. And a religious person can also be somebody that says that they're a Christian, because that religious spirit or just being religious is simply that. It's simply believing that the practices that you're doing, the rules that you're obeying is what is earning you favor with God. So there are all sorts of people that fall into this category. Like I said, the world is full of religious people. But the concept of being religious is actually something that is frowned upon in the Bible. And it's something that a lot of people don't understand. And that's where the notion of grace and of Jesus comes in, and why a lot of people fail to come to the Christian worldview, and what a lot of people's problem with Christianity is. It's that idea of grace, of faith, because what the Bible teaches and what grace teaches is that we are saved, meaning we are right with God and we are able to go to heaven because of the grace. Grace just means a free gift that you cannot earn. The grace that God gives us and our faith in Jesus. A lot of human beings, most human beings, not even just religious people, have an issue with the notion of grace. Because in our humanly understanding, we feel as though there must be a way to earn a spot into heaven. So what we do as human beings is we come up with our own righteousness, our own practices, our own good things. We try to be good people, and atheists do this as well. They'll say that I should go to heaven. If there is a God, I should be able to go to heaven because I'm a good person. So we come up with our own standard of goodness and righteousness through our practices, the things that we do. And we think that through this, we should be able to go to heaven or to gain favor with God. And the reason that Christianity is so different is because what Christianity actually states again is that there is nothing that we can do to earn our place in heaven, that it is a free gift of God through our faith in Jesus. And many people who are religious and who believe in their practices can be zealous, but they're not zealous with understanding. So I just want to read you a brief passage in scripture. Romans 10:1. Brothers and sisters, my heart's desire and prayer to God for the Israelites is that they may be saved. For I can testify about them that they are zealous for God, but their zeal is not based on knowledge, since they did not know the righteousness of God and sought to establish their own and did not submit to God's righteousness. Christ is the culmination of the law so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes. And essentially what this passage is saying is that the religious people are zealous for God. And this can include everyone, Jews, Muslims, whoever. They're zealous for God, but they're not zealous with understanding and knowledge, because in their zeal, they're seeking out God's favor by their own humanly understanding, as opposed to submitting to what God says makes them righteous, which is Jesus and the cross. The Bible also states that The idea of faith through grace, Jesus dying on the cross, is foolishness to a lot of people, and a stumbling block to many. Because again, human beings can't conceptualize the fact that God can actually just save you by grace through faith and not by your own works. Romans 9:30-33. What shall we say then? That the Gentiles who did not pursue righteousness have obtained it, a righteousness that is by faith, but the people of Israel who pursued the law as the way of righteousness have not attained their goal. Why not? Because they pursued it not by faith, but as it were by works. They stumbled over the stumbling stone, as it is written, see, I lay in Zion a stone that causes people to stumble, and a rock that makes them fall. And the one who believes in him will never be put to shame. Jesus can either be the rock upon which you fall and stumble, or your saving grace, if you choose to believe in God and not pursue what you think to be righteousness, but what God thinks to be righteousness. God bless you.